Hey everyone, I'm Brian, also known as One Eye Bri on YouTube at the PT channel. And yes, I have two eyes. The nickname One Eye Bri came from the governor in season 4 of The Walking Dead. And if you know this channel, you know we love talking about The Walking Dead. A subscriber actually gave me the nickname One Eye Bri, and I kept it. But originally, I'm from New Jersey. I live in Florida now. But being from New Jersey, I'm from the good part, the South Jersey part. North and South is what the state is divided into. There's a Central Jersey, but nobody really calls it that. I'm from Southern New Jersey, moved down to Florida for school. I became a doctor of physical therapy. I got married, bought a house with my wife, and life has been great. I'm an author, I'm a lot of things, but what I'm not is a father. So I'm happy, right? Well, I'm just kidding. Why I'm happy. But ultimately, I don't have any kids, not yet. Don't rush it, right? You know, a lot of people ask me, when are you going to have kids? When are you going to have kids? Well, I've seen enough kids at the stores and around town that I'm like, whoa, I'm not in a hurry for that. And there's one thing that comes out and stands out in my mind is a trip to Target with my wife. We went to Target, we were walking around the store, went by the toy section, which is the wrong section to bring your kids with, that's for sure. There was a little kid. I don't know how old he was, but he picked up this giant Lego set and is dragging the box towards his mom. And his mom turns around and he looks at him and goes, "Johnny, what are you doing?" And he's like, "I need it. I need it. I need it." And you're like, whoa. And I'm just watching the entire thing. And the mom was very nice and very cordial for a while. And then Johnny did not want to put the toy back. She started to get madder and madder, which is understandable for sure. But ultimately, Johnny did not get the toy. The temper tantrum was coming out. And it's just one of those memorable things that I'm like, whoa, we don't need kids anytime soon. Just watching the whole interaction with the child and the mom was like, wow, she just let him do that? No way would my mom ever let me do that. Not for the fact that I wanted something, because I always wanted something as a little kid at the stores, but having a big temper tantrum like that, she would have beat my butt, that's for sure. As a child growing up in the 80s and early 90s, no way would that have been tolerated. But I'm not against having kids. My friends have kids, I got nieces and nephews, and I do love kids. But I also love the kids going back to their parents and having them deal with that. But recently, I just had a birthday, and I'm getting closer to 40 than 30 now. So turning in your mid-30s is like not a big deal for me, but I can see why people, aren't really too excited about it because of aches and pains and just your body starts going through that warranty. The mileage is catching up with you. But I recently had bronchitis. My wife and I had bronchitis, and we went to the urgent care that was down the street. And I highly recommend you getting an online appointment because you'll wait for hours if you don't have an online appointment. I waited for about a half hour with my appointment. So we go into the urgent care, sign in on the electronic sign-in pad, and some people were struggling with that. And we ultimately got set up and we got inside and, paid the $50 copay, which is crazy. That's why I don't like going to the doctor's office because those copays, ridiculous. But we finally get seen by the doctor, and the doctor comes in with the mask on his face. And I understand why he had it on, but you're like, whoa, take it back a little bit, like he's doing surgery or anything, but it's urgent care, so we didn't see that. But we ultimately got some medication and some antibiotics and stuff there too, and we're on the road to recovery. But it's just interesting that I have Crohn's disease and so does my wife. And the doctor really brought up the question that, how did we meet? And you're like, whoa, doctor, that's a little personal. But it's just interesting because my wife and I both have Crohn's disease. And he asked my wife, did we meet at a Crohn's disease support group? Which is kind of funny because we didn't. And I guess the odds of two people being together with Crohn's disease is kind of rare. Or he just thought that was funny. But it's kind of nice that we both have something that we can deal with. It's not good that we both have Crohn's disease by any means, but it's just nice to have a support system for it. And for those who don't know, Crohn's disease sucks. It's treated with a variety of medications. Well, if you watch the news and television, you'll see a variety of prescription drugs. And Humira is one of them. We take Humira. They're injection pens that you take every 2 weeks. And I don't have any problem injecting, my thigh or my stomach with the medication, but my wife cannot. She is one of those people that cannot handle needles and blood, and that's okay. I'm the medical professional. I can do it for her. Well, it's a battle from time to time, for sure. She struggles with it. She already tenses up before I even do it because you have to clean the skin. And I'm like, relax, relax. And she tries to relax, and we get it done. But my wife and I, we're both animal lovers, and we both have cats. I'm allergic to dogs. She's got an older cat named Callie, and I got a younger cat named Milo. And her cat is a small, little scaredy cat, and mine's the big, fat, curious cat. And the holidays just ended, and the Christmas tree came out. Well, it's still out. We're going to put it away pretty soon. But I celebrate Christmas, so we have a Christmas tree. And Milo is all about the Christmas tree. He bites it with his little... and it's a woodland type tree, so it has twigs and berries and branches on there too. And I had to cut off the berries and the branches because he was biting them. And I was afraid that the berry would get lodged in his throat and he would choke. So I had to go through with some scissors and take off the berries and anything that I might choke on. And it's a fake tree, so I don't have to worry about them drinking the water or anything. But I know I'm not alone in this. And if you have animals and Christmas trees or anything around the holidays, the animals will tear it up for sure. Well, it's 2019. It's January 2nd as I make this video, 2019. So happy New Year, New Year, New You. I recommend staying away from the gyms as much as you can for a couple months because everyone's got those New Year's resolutions to lose weight, get there. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. Life is not a sprint by any means, especially if you're trying to lose weight and try to make body changes for the whole year. You can't get 365 days progress in a week. It just doesn't work that way. But I do recommend making goals and resolutions for the year, short-term goals, long-term goals. Like I said, I'm a doctor of physical therapy, and that's what we do as a profession, a short-term goal and a long-term goal. But like I said, Happy New Year. 2019 is going to be your year, right? New year, new you. Well, hopefully you enjoyed our first segment of 6-minute sit-down comedy. That's a tongue twister. Try to say that 6 times fast. Well, we're going to be doing more and more comedy bits and segments because we got a lot of content to talk about, comedic stuff, and a variety of topics. Well, Happy New Year. 2019 is going to be your year. 2018, kick that out of here. No matter what we do, we're going to do it big. Thank you guys for watching. I truly appreciate it. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. See ya.